Good day, investors. Welcome to the 15th of April 2015. The trade for today is called Billiton, and the code is Billiton itself, BIL. Last traded price was R258.19. Action on this trade is do a long or buy, with the objective to go from a low to a high. Entry level will be 256.55, and the target will be on the green line of 271.94. Stop loss to be used on the red line is 251.42. Looking at the current open trades, Woolies, Aspen and MTN was entered yesterday. Looking at the top 40 index of the JSE, the black line is indicating the movement of the index, and as you can see, it had a nice movement on the last two previous sessions and started to fade down, getting closer to the red, that's the 10-day moving average, and the blue, that's the 20-day moving average, but it's still trading above it, showing a bit of momentum, is a bit positive. Looking at the Dow Jones, they closed about 58 points and positive, and they came down on the previous session, and they're actually trading back at this black line on the top. Currently the futures are very flat, like 1 point negative, 1 point positive on the European side and on the American side. We can see there's a bit of positiveness on the JSE top 40 index, and we need to see how that volatility will play out on the no directions through the course of the morning and the day. Looking at the J200, that's the top 40 index itself. There's the breakup, there's the high, and it started to come a bit down yesterday. At a stage it was about 500-600 points negative, and it started to recover as well, and at the end of the day it closed about 268 points negative. Looking at some shares, let's go and look at the banking sector. Started to go up, and now they're starting to come down. You can actually go and extend this to low, and that low, that two lows there, and a line there, and you will see there's a bit of a negative pattern starting to form. Keep a close eye on the level of almost here at 18,854. If broken, more highs could be due back to the 19,500. If this low is going to be broken here, and that low there will be almost 18,500, next low could be due at 18,300. So a lot of uncertainty there. Let's go quickly to some of the other shares in the banking sectors, like Standard Bank. Broke new high, tested yesterday, it was up about R1.18, not a lot, but it's still in a positive momentum. Looking at the Bollinger Band, still trading between the green and the red line in a positive momentum. Looking at your MTNs, MTN was trading on this highs here, started to fade down. If it needs to go further down, this 218.60, and then that needs to come down back to almost to the 215 level. So let's see if that 218.60 could be broken. Currently trading at 219.11 if the cycles are starting to come down here as indicated. Vodacom started to flat out here on the top after it's been tested previous highs, close to the 140, 139 rand level, and you can see the shares also testing. So you need to keep it close eye would go further upwards or starting to break down. Looking at your retailers like Shoprite, positive channel, high on the channel, seems that a bit of profit taking happened there slowly, but the share still in a positive channel, trading between the green and the red line and a positive movement. Let's see where that direction will go. On the retailers as well, Mr. Price also had a bit of a upward momentum, had a high testing the previous lows here. At any time if it breaks that lows here of about 277, shares currently almost trading at 280. The 277 level, if broken, that could be the indication of the momentum could come down again as well. Woolies on the channel upwards here, there's the high starting to turn. If this share breaks 89.12, more downward movement can come back here at the 85.96 level on the green of the Bollinger Band. Exxaro did break down, went back to the 90 rand levels, picked up back at the 94 rand levels. Very cheap at this moment, still in a downward momentum between the green and the purple. Need to wait for clarification here at 100 rand if it needs to break up. Looking at your CFRs, had that beautiful high there after the breakup, losing a bit of momentum, Any time for breaks plus minus 103 rand, 104 rand, more down, 103 rand, 102.50, more downside could definitely be due here. And the last share is Investec. Now, Investec had a nice breakup, formed the top there, started to break down. At any time for breaks is 104.54, more downside could be back here at 100 rand. So a lot of volatility, a lot of uncertainty. Earnings seasons, JP Morgan's figures were quite good, but the markets are still volatile and reacting on earnings season. Still skeptical about the interest rates of the Americans, and very soon there's elections in Great Britain, and the Americans are also starting off with the elections on their campaigns about their new president. So let's track the markets and enjoy your trading.